Well, here at Husker Harvest Days, we're talking to one of the founding partners of Blackshirt Feeders in the southwest portion of the state. That is Dr. Eric Behlke. Kind enough to sit down with us, give us an update of your project. You know, when Blackshirt Feeders was first announced, of course, it made the headlines nationwide because in Nebraska, it's set to become the state's largest feedlot. Where are you guys at the development right now? 150,000 cattle was the capacity.
Yep, we were originally permitted for 150,000 head, and we broke ground on the 23rd of May, 2023. And as we speak, we have built capacity for 70,000 head. We have 65,000 head of cattle in the pens right now, and by the end of the year, we will be at 100,000 head capacity.
Okay. So continuing to stack things up. The other reason that you guys made headlines is because of the innovation that you're able to have in the feedlot. Can you speak to that in particular? I might not get the name right here, but the rolled concrete was kind of new technology to the industry. Right?
Yeah. So roller compacted concrete, we've actually been examining that for about 7 years and utilized the scientific method to determine that it does have a very positive effect on the performance and the well-being and how animals perform in the feedlot. So we are building this entire facility on roller compacted concrete.
So far, so good. Everything working the way you thought it would?
You know, Bryce, we did a lot. We did several years of due diligence to make sure that this would work out, and we had some expectations. After we put our cattle in the feedlot last fall, the first few months, our expectations were exceeded, and they were exceeded to the extent that we're very excited to announce that we had been permitted for 150,000 head, and given that our expectations were exceeded, we actually went back to the county and we've been awarded a permit to build the feedlot to 200,000 head now.
Another 50,000 head capacity. Yes. Let's talk about how Blackshirt Feeders is changing the end user experience for commodity growers in that region of the state. Of course, cattle eat a lot of corn. How have you seen farmers around your area now become suppliers for what your cattle are needing to eat?
Yeah, no, that's a great question, and it's a lot of the reason that we showed up here at Husker Harvest Days. We're very excited because we will be one of the larger users of corn in the state of Nebraska. Once we build the capacity, our estimates are we'll buy about 20 million bushel of corn every year. Historically, Dundee County and southwest Nebraska has been a net exporter of corn, and we will now utilize all of that corn that's produced locally and probably actually become an importer of corn from regions, like this Grand Island area and across the states of Nebraska, Kansas, and Colorado. So very, very exciting to provide that opportunity to local farmers.
20 million bushels? Did I hear you right?
20 million bushels a year.
Wow.
Yep, and that's the corn grain. And in addition to that, actually just this week we're starting corn silage. So we'll buy several acres of corn silage from the local area as well.
Let's talk about the timing of Blackshirt Feeders. We've talked a lot here on this program about the cattle cycle right now. Historic profits being made in the cattle industry because of the price we're seeing. How's that for the Feedyard, though? Calves are expensive to get placed, but it's interesting times in the cattle market. How are you guys seeing that locally?
Yeah, so what we're looking at right now is the price of corn. Unfortunate for the farmers is not very high, but fortunate for the feedlot, it is relatively low. So what that results in is it results in a very large feeding margin. So the cost that it put, the amount of money that it takes to put on a pound of gain is relatively low relative to what you get for that pound of gain. Therefore, these are record high feeding margins, so that's working out very well for us. However, it does cost a lot to play now just because of the price of the feeder calf. So all of that needs to be weighed in, but at the end of the day, we're really chasing feeding margin. With a very large feeding margin, it's a very exciting time to be building this feedlot.
And finally, when it comes to processing cattle, you're in a unique area of the country, frankly, where there's several different options where you can take those fed out cattle.
Yep, several different options, and we are in discussions with all of them. That one thing that makes this location unique is that we are equidistant to all 4 of the major packers, and I think we have about a dozen packers within 250 miles from us, and continuing to negotiate with all of them. That way we can send cattle in every direction.
Dr. Behlke, great to see you. Thanks for making time for us.
Appreciate the time.